But for me, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to find your social media.
Okay.
So when reason I'm gonna find your social media is your social media 9 times out of 10 gonna tell me if you training or not.
That's facts.
You are watching a master at work.
All right, fellas. This is a very special day in E-Lab podcast history. We got our very first professional athlete joining the podcast today. Y'all boys make some noise for Timothy Mayhem Moten, man. Make some noise. Man. Hey. So it's going down Saturday, August 9th in Louisville, Kentucky at the Bluegrass Harley Davidson. What is that? 27. The address is 2755 Terrell Crossing Boulevard. We got Timothy Mayhem Moten versus Sergio Castro. Tim, how we get here, man? Why you taking this fight? Why Sergio Castro? What does a win versus him do for Timothy Mayhem Moten? How we get here?
Man, we got here just every step of the way, just keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? Every fight you take at this point, it's got to be either a up motion, and if you take losses or whatever it may be a left and right move, but you just got to keep progressing. And the promoter presented him to me, and that's who they can get. So we took it.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people scared of you, Mayhem. I heard a lot of people be ducking you, man. What's up with that?
Man, they nervous, dog. They nervous. It's gotta be with boxing. We in the day and age of it's gotta be a lot of reward if it's a lot of risk.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know how the real ends of boxing go. So if you ain't got a guy that you can put some money in his hand to come and fight you, 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna fight you. So if you see somebody coming to my town fighting, you know it's some money that's put behind me. And that's what really slows the train for a lot of guys, is they don't have that initial that sponsorship. So that's what that Top Rank, like Shakur started with Top Rank, you know, with PBC, Errol Spence and them guys, they got a good contract with Al Heyman coming out because they were Olympians. But for a guy like me who wasn't an Olympian, you know, I still had a lot of amateur experience, but because I didn't have that Olympic accolade and the medals, and you know, I wasn't a Team USA, I gotta get it from the mud, literally.
I ain't mad at that.
So that's what, you know, Sergio Castro was presented to me, and we gotta take him.
He just signed up to die. It sound like he just signed up to die.
He gotta come in here and take Yeah, I'm going.
What you about to say, Dirk? Dirk, you had a question?
Well, yeah, I had two actually, but one thing, because I heard him say he was talking about guys, or you said guys might be ducking him, and I was wondering, as somebody that's in it now, do you think that's because we talked about it before? Do you think that's like a new thing in boxing? Because we felt like back in the day, all the best people fought each other. It wasn't really worrying about wins and losses as much. Do you think that's a new trend, or like?
I think back in the day, fighters wasn't as smart as they are now, to be honest.
Okay.
So back in the day, the money wasn't as big.
Right.
We wasn't as hip to contract, you know, litigations and everything as we are now. So back in the day, when you seen guys fighting each other, they probably really didn't want to do it, and they probably wasn't fighting each other for what they deserved. Them promoters, those managers, they were getting over on those guys, you know, taking a lot of money. You know, Bernard Hopkins signed a contract for $1 million to fight Roy Jones and only came out with like 80,000. So, you know what I mean?
That's
like
crazy.
It's a lot. And he took that fight. He probably, you know, to fight Roy Jones, he ain't taking no $80,000, but he thought it was $1 million. So a lot of stuff doesn't go through and happen. Like the Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach rematch. We don't know. It could have been something in the contract that goes against it. But I know these guys from the amateur that are fighting at the top now, and we used to fight each other. It wasn't nothing, you know what I mean? Like we all from the same type of area. So it's like when we go to amateur tournaments, we wasn't getting paid, and we still was getting in there bumping. So I don't think I think that's what it is. I think now they just guys are ready to be paid fairly, you know what I mean? So that's why a lot of stuff don't happen. And since Turkey Al Sheik got in the mix, Turkey Al-Sheikh been putting their money
Yeah.
up.
He
So
been
yeah,
going
everybody been
crazy.
fighting everybody.
Everybody popping
Yeah.
out.
I was saying we was
Everybody
talking
Yeah.
about him
popping.
not too long ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
so
Yeah.
with that,
we was talking about it yesterday that Usyk versus Dubois is happening next weekend, right
next
after,
weekend,
literally, it's like right back. We right back.
right,
Clarissa Shields is after that, the
right,
26th.
right after
It's
that.
Yeah,
it's all
he put on the show, man. I'm gonna be honest. That one card, the very first card they ever did that had the Eminem performance and all that in the middle of
Yeah,
it.
was
That
that
was
Bud fight Mazarov
yeah,
on that one?
yep,
That was that
yeah,
one.
yep.
that was a crazy card. It started at like 3 in the afternoon, bro. That thing it didn't even end till like 2, 3 in the morning. And I
Nah,
mean it
and
was just
then it had crack. Then look, the main events don't even be. I mean, you can from every fight. He's
Every
putting
fight was
every fight
fire.
on.
Yeah.
I was
Every
I
like,
think
fight is
Boki was on
crazy.
that card. I think Boki was on that card. Don't get me wrong.
that was
Big Baby, one of them. Was Jared
one
Anderson
of
on that card?
what
Jared
yeah, the
Anderson
one
fought
Jared
Mark
he fought the
Anderson.
McCauley.
big dude. He fought the big dark skinned
Big
guy.
Boki.
McCauley.
Boki beat his ass.
That was my
Yeah,
first time seeing
Insane.
that. That was my first time ever seeing or hearing of that dude. And I was like, yo, who is this? Like
and see,
Jared
that's what I'm
Anderson
saying.
was
Like
fighting for his life in there, dog.
it's a lot of different guys out there like that. A lot, that you don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
see because they don't get that main line. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So
They ain't getting
And
that promotion. They ain't getting that promotion, like you said.
nah.
yeah, what do
So
you and I also like one more thing. What do you think about the heavyweight like division in general? Like I felt
Oh,
like when we was
it's
growing up, it was like that,
yeah,
and then it took a big like I don't even I mean, we was just kind of like watching Deontay Wilder a little bit, and
yeah.
then
You're
like,
right. You're
I was
right.
like, damn, it ain't no real main heavyweight guys no
Yeah,
more. And so what
I
do you
think it's
think?
got a surge. I think it's a surge. I think the way boxing works is like you get your guys that come to the top, and then you get the guys in the middle, and then it's a whole like it's a cycle you
Yeah.
got to go through. So when I was like 5-0, 8-0, I'm like, man, I ain't getting no traction. I should be ranked up higher. And I was speaking to a old school heavyweight, a vet. This guy has fought all over the world. His name is Kevin Johnson. He was like, listen, he said, you got to wait your turn. He said, you keep winning, you stay clean as far as like your record. Your
Yeah.
record stays up. You keep getting them wins, and everything is gonna turn over. And when it turns over, that's what I mean. You see, Joshua had gotten beat. You see,
Mhm.
Fury had gotten beat. You see, all
Yeah.
them top guys start getting beat, and they start getting ready to retire. Well, boxing is gonna need new people to come up. And if you just keep winning and you right there, when you get your moment, you get this. If you can dance with the big guys, you get to dance with the big guys. You just got to keep. You can't stay stagnant. I
Right.
couldn't stay at 5-0 and expect to get caught up. So that's why
Right.
you got to grind. You got to network. For me, getting it from the bottom, you got to network. You got to make friends. You got to not sign no stupid deals, and just
Mm-hmm.
keep winning,
Mm-hmm.
man. Keep knocking off dudes that once tried it, that couldn't do it. You know what I mean? That's what a journeyman is. So a
Yeah.
journeyman is a guy who got to the top, that level, but they wasn't good enough. So they journeymans, and then it's gatekeepers.
Okay.
So right now I'm fighting the journeymans,
Okay.
and once I get my opportunity, it'll be against the gatekeeper. And then once you
Okay.
beat the
Mm,
gatekeeper, the gates open, and you get them Jared Andersons, you get them
Mm-hmm.
Big Baby Millers, those guys like that aren't world champions, but they right under it.
Right.
You know what I
They
mean?
in there. I got you. They in
so I
contention.
Yeah.
guess
I
my
see. Well, you say word like journeyman, Ted like that type of stuff. That's why I
Yeah,
was
so
looking at you.
that's what I'm
Go
saying. I'm
ahead,
about to
Ted. Go
build
ahead.
up
Ask
to
him.
it. Hey,
Go ahead.
I got two questions for you, man. So I've been doing a little bit of homework on you, especially what I'm saying, you being a guest appearance. So, like you were saying, when you first start and you 12-0, first of all, congratulations, 8 knockouts, and you are
Thank you.
looking to do that for the next fight and get them out of there. So, is it safe to say that how the outside looking in, you are compartmentalized as a prospect right now?
I would say yeah, I would have to be because with the it's different with heavyweights. So
Right.
heavyweights age their maturity is a lot different than like
Sure.
let's take for instance Gervonta Davis.
Right.
When Gervonta Davis made it to where he was at, he was 23, 24. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's why when Tyson won the title at 22, 23, it was unheard of.
Yeah.
Because as a heavyweight, as a man, you have to mature. I've been a heavyweight since I was 12 years old. I've been
Okay.
fighting super heavyweight. I was a
Yeah.
chunky kid. But
Right.
see, when I was like 17, I had one of most devastating losses, I was at the USA men's regional tournament. You know, I
Okay.
won state, so I went to region. I fought a dude who was 28 and I was 17. And my
That's a big
pops just
difference.
saw,
Yeah.
yeah, my pops just saw in the first round that the strength, the body, everything, his maturity was just different.
Right.
And I beat him on, I was beating him on points in the second round.
Okay.
But in that third round, just how more sure, how bigger, strong he was, it just overwhelmed me. So my pops ended up stopping the fight because he was like, "Nah, you're only 17, you're not ready yet." And then that was around the time that I understood that heavyweights mature a little bit later. So as in the heavyweight division, I would consider myself, yeah, I'm a prospect coming up because I'm 12-0, undefeated. I don't have a big promotion behind me, but literally all the work that I've done now is crazy to other people because I done it on my own. You know what I mean? I networked on my own. I jumped on these cards. I built a name myself at home. And that makes that what that does is it creates a package for somebody like Eddie, somebody like Al Heyman, somebody like at a promotion to be like, man, he's already built the package in Louisville. Let's sign him, and they're gonna sign me for a bigger bonus. You know what I mean? We're gonna sign for a fight, and when I have a fan base in Louisville. It's not something they have to build. I'm already built.
It's
I
already
come built.
authentic.
You know what I
That
mean?
makes
So they
sense.
come, and so that's what we look at. So I would say, yeah, I'm a prospect, but I'm like a prospect in the front of the line at that door to
Yeah.
get into.
But this is where I led up to the question because I wanted to see how you actually look at yourself coming up in the ranks. Like you were saying, you fight some of these guys that are kind of like entry level, whatever the case may
Yeah,
be. Get the numbers up, then you fight the gatekeepers. The reason why I ask this is because when people give out these prospects of the years, because they give out the awards for each weight class and things of that nature.
yeah,
I wanted to ask you, are you familiar with this guy that won it last year, Moses? Are you
yeah,
familiar?
yeah.
So
See, one thing about the heavyweight division is that if you look at the numbers on the rankings, it's
okay,
not a lot of heavyweights.
right,
So what I can say is it just goes. I was 5-0, and I got invited to Anthony Joshua's camp
that's
at
hard.
5-0. I only had 5 pro fights, and he was a unified heavyweight champion. To
Yeah,
me, at that time, that was like being down in Shawnee Park and somebody seeing me in Middletown with
Right.
some binoculars. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah,
come to
yeah, I
Yeah,
got you.
Middletown,
I
that's
got you.
straight
the
up.
Hey,
distance. That's the
I'm from
distance.
Louisville, so I know what you mean on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's the distance.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So it's like way. So it made me realize that the heavyweight world is not as big. It's like this. And I
Yeah.
actually got offered to fight Moses Ituma, but see the difference between the fighters now and the fighters then is I'm more knowledgeable. So I know Moses is gonna be something. Moses is gonna be something. So when they approach me with the offer and they offer me and lowball me, what a lowball is, and I don't care to give numbers. So that's one thing about me and these other guys. The other guys don't want. I'm giving numbers, so y'all see that I'm turning down.
Hey,
Shit, this is
It's,
oh,
crazy.
hey, that's
it's,
a fact. You're
it's
right.
good
Go back.
conversation
They
though.
Talk your shit.
they
Tell me.
offered me the Moses fight. It was like $9,000 or $10,000 for like an 8-rounder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what makes that now that would be great if we was fighting on a show in London. It was no television. It was kind of basically how my fight is in
Yeah,
August the
yeah,
9th. We don't have like
yeah.
big network exposure. It's not for a title. But when they offered me the Moses fight, Moses Ituma was already signed to Matchroom. It's gonna be on TV. He's a beast. He's a beast.
yeah, for sure.
So you get in there with a beast. So 10,000 ain't working, bro. I'm not taking, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
No,
can't
that
I
do
hear
ain't.
that.
you. Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
when I've been offered bigger money for a similar prospect. So that's the difference between me and these other guys. Is like I can think, and I don't have a manager or a promoter saying, "No, you're gonna take this fight, or else we're
Right.
gonna put you on the shelf."
Right.
And that's what they
Yeah,
scare people. They scare us with is putting somebody on a shelf. Because remember, I told you every year, every month, you gotta move forward, or else you'll get left behind.
For
Putting
sure.
guys on the shelf kills their career.
For
yeah.
sure.
So yeah, man. I heard of Moses. Moses is a beast. I would say I know my role. I think my role for boxing is going to be I'm gonna build myself and I'm gonna get an opportunity against a guy who's probably already got a title and I've
Mm-hmm.
become ranked in that sanctioning body. And when I come in, people are gonna be like, "Who's this guy? He's got a great." You ever see a guy that's fighting the champion? You're like, "I ain't never
Yeah.
heard of him, but his record is
Mm-hmm.
good." See
Yeah,
the difference between me and And well, the difference between us that get those types of opportunities and these other guys is if you look at my record and you click on the opponents, I try to like get the same opponents that these guys are fighting on TV. Which case in point, what happened to me on my one draw on my record was this guy had just came off of ESPN taking a loss. He fought 3 times on ESPN and he lost. He's that gatekeeper. And at that time, I was like, man, I need to get somebody that was on TV to fight. And when I brought him here, and it was a stud, you know what I'm saying?
He was one of them.
I hadn't been training how I was supposed to. My head was bigger than what it should have been.
Yeah.
And man, I ain't gonna forget that. I don't know if y'all my homie Tevin Payne, right? I had him with me at the weigh-ins. And when we seen this motherfucker walk in, it was like, oh yeah. My pops looked at me, he was like, we in for a good one on this. He was like Hercules, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's beaten other prospects and guys coming through. So it was like, if you beat this dude, right before the fight, I had got a text message from a manager. He was like, a lot of eyes are on you for this fight because this guy's a guy that we use frequently. Yeah. And he beat a few guys that were supposed to be quote unquote the guy. You ever seen a prospect get beat? Those were the guys I was looking for. And that's what I knew and this is all coming from me too. I knew that I had to match myself against these guys. You know, the record matters, but with the record, it also matters who's on the record. So always look, when you look at the record of opponent or you look at a record of a guy fighting,
the resume matters.
Look at the guys they fighting.
Gotcha.
So when I picked him and I brought him, like I said, my camp was crazy. I was doing all types of shit. I just jumped in there, but I fought him to a draw. And I thought that meant that, damn, I knocked myself 5 spaces back. But now what it meant was this dude was he had fought on ESPN against 4 or 5 national champions, prospects. So that same guy reached out to me and he told me, he was like, the guys that I speak with, that I talk to in a circle, because managers talk, promoters talk.
Right.
And they was like, you didn't take a loss to this guy. And we've had guys that he's beaten. So what you need to do is you need to revamp, come back, and get you a couple more fights against guys that are notable. So that's what I look for now. The Sergio Castro guy, he had just fought a kid called Devin Young. Devin Young is in, y'all heard of the Grand Prix, the WBC Grand Prix, the Turkey Usyk put on? So he put on a tournament for guys that are under 26. And it's all divisions. It's happening in Saudi Arabia. They're fighting in a tournament. In the tournaments, you fight 6 rounds. The winner of the tournament will be ranked in like the top 5 or top 10 of the WBC as a heavyweight, and you're only 26 years old. So it's like a highway type deal. Well, he fought a guy named Devin Young, and Devin Young stopped him in like 1 or 2 rounds. But he fought against Devin Young. It was like 1 or 2 rounds. So for me, I'm like, all right, Devin Young's the most recent heavyweight that I had seen fight. Let's take Sergio so that they can see that he beat him in 2 rounds. I'm gonna try to knock his scrub out in 1. You know what I'm saying? So if I get him out in 1, they like, damn, Tim got him out in 1 and Devin got him out. You can do that on all my opponents. Like, damn, Tim did this with him and he did that. So but hopefully, man, by the end of this year, man, I get a offer to fight on something prominent.
I ain't mad at
that. I got a few, but
go ahead.
We're gonna take
some. I got a couple questions, but go ahead, Rick. Go ahead.
So my question was, it's a quick one, but we was talking about the back in the day how, like, certain fighters had losses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How important is it to keep the 0 now?
Man,
it's like from your position too, Mayhem.
Yeah, from your position.
Where you are right now.
So if we looking from my position, it's detrimental. For a coach and a coach's fighter, they'll say something like, losses are learning lessons. They are. But at this day and age, with the YouTube, like, I'm gonna be real with you. I would, if boxing hadn't shifted like it has, not a lot of guys wouldn't be working or messing with Jake Paul. Let's be real about it, because it is like a fraternity. You ever seen the guy trying to walk with the fraternity or the brothers, and he ain't got nothing on? Like, you gotta step away at a certain point.
Yeah.
But same with Jake. So when Jake came in, like, it just changed the whole. It was another thing that changed the whole. You gotta go with the motion. You know what I mean? You gotta go with the motion of how everything's changing. When Floyd came through holding that 0, huh?
I was gonna say Jake Paul undercards be fire. Like they be some
he's
great
great
fights
for
on the
boxing.
card.
I'm happy he's great for boxing.
He getting folks paid, but that
Yeah. But holding on to that zero is important. It's been important since Mayweather was talking about it. He changed the.
It was Mayweather that changed it.
That's what we said too. That's what we said.
Yeah, Mayweather. A lot of businessmen say that Mayweather ruined boxing because he caused the fighters to be more intelligent about what's on that paper. Because I used to be like that. I used to be like, man, I don't care who it is. Like, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to show me and take it from me. Like, let's do it. Let's rumble. But then it's like when Mayweather came through, he's like, why you want to get in there and hurt yourself for $2 when you can get in there for 10?
So look, Mayhem, I want to get into this, man. So with your fight on August 9th, that Saturday in Louisville, Kentucky versus Sergio Castro, man, is he one of the taller guys you fought? Because I seen that he was like 6'3".
Yeah, he's a big old beluga.
He's a big dude. And I was wondering, so how do you prepare for a guy of his size? Because I watched your fight against Dakota Talbot on YouTube, and you just outclassed him. I ain't gonna lie. He looked like they picked him up on the side of the road. It was like, hey, you want to fight today? They just picked him up. So for a guy like Sergio, though, man, how do you prep for that size and that length that you know?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, like guys like Dakota Talbot, when you look on the outside end, I'm not braggadocious at all, right? Like I could be. I done been around some dudes, and we done been like some of the top guys in any gym we go to or whatever it may be, and they just like, man, don't even talk to me. Like, who are you? You know what I mean? Like, that ain't me. I'm always open arms. I'm talking to everybody. But guys like Dakota Talbot, the reason it looked like that is because I made it look easy. So listen, the same type of guys, there's guys around the city and the region that think that they gonna get off on these guys the same way I do. And then when they get them, if you look at the record and the names, when they get them, it's a little bit more trouble. You know, I think there was a couple guys I stopped in like the first 3 rounds, and they brought him back to Louisville to fight against another guy that was from Louisville, another guy in the surrounding area, and he take them all 4 rounds, all 6 rounds, and they like, damn, how they did? It's because I crunched him. I got him up out of there. They don't believe in me more.
They don't think you a stepper for real. They don't think you
until anybody step in there with me, they don't. I was in Miami with Shannon Briggs. Briggs comes in the gym, right?
Yeah.
What's up, champ?
Former 2-time heavyweight champ of the world. He comes in the gym, and everybody in the gym, kind of like, oh, Shannon. And I'm like, man, I'm down in the gym. I'm from Kentucky. You know, they already think I'm just a country dude. I'm in the gym. I'm like, hey, man, Shannon, it's good to meet you, man. I used to watch you. He like, yeah, all right, champ. He go off. I said, oh, okay. Damn, let's go for one of them. I thought to myself, now watch. As soon as he get ready, he going to say, I'm ready to spar. And everybody going to look around, and Tim's going to be the one they put in there. So, lo and behold, it happened. He gets in the gym. Let's go, champ. I'm ready to spar, champ. I mean, intimidating. I'm only 5'10" and a half. Shannon the can is 6'5" and a half. He huge. He was like, hey, man, who getting in the gym? Coach Herman's like, Tim, glove up. I'm like, so I glove up, and afterwards, I'll send y'all the video. But after we got done doing some rounds, man, I was able to get his respect. So it's like these guys that people see, even the guys that come in when they see me, I'm not super ripped up. That's not my style. I didn't cut weight because I don't cut weight like that because of something I learned. I did get down. I used to be at like 200 pounds, 215, 220, 225, 230. I was down there. But when I was down there at that weight, those punches hold a different pack versus me being 260, 265, 270. Those punches hold a different pack, man. I'm telling you, the same shots that I got hit with in the heavier thing kind of made me like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, what the hell's going on? And if you look back and you think when Roy Jones went to heavyweight and came back down to light heavyweight, his chin took a beating. It just changes you. That cutting weight, it changes you, which is why a heavyweight matures later and he can take the game and go longer. You don't see guys at 135, 40 pounds at 40 years old, unless that's their natural weight. The only guy I can think about that lasted that long was Rigon Dial. Rigondeaux had the Cuban multi-Olympic champion. He was gold medal.
How old is Lomachenko? Lomachenko that way?
Lomachenko's like 35, 36.
Oh, okay. I thought he about 40. I thought he was okay.
He's upper, but it's like you get a diamond in the rough.
Right. It's a diamond in the rough.
Yeah, when you look at the body of work, everybody's 23, 24, 20. So when when these heavyweights see my body, they like, man, I'm about to crunch this fat man. This is the guy that's 12-0. So when they come to me, they not like everybody. They coming to me to try to actually win. They ain't coming there like seeing against the Joshua, like, as soon as I get hit, I'm gonna take a dive. Yeah. Nah, these motherfuckers think that they gonna pick me I'm gonna be their turnaround. I'll be the 11.
They think it's sweet.
They think it's sweet.
So I literally got a Mortal Kombat, punch the chest, get the heart, eat that.
You gotta show niggas. Yeah. You gotta show niggas. That's what
every fight.
That's what I was gonna ask you too, because you was talking about Anthony Joshua. You was talking about you sparring with him when you was in there with him. Now, how do you feel? That's what I was going. So, what do you think the gap is? So, if Anthony Joshua, heavyweight champion, what do you feel like when you in the ring? You was like, you know what? I could really whoop this nigga if it was real, or is it like, you know what I'm saying? What's the gap? I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking.
So when I first got there,
they knew that my size is hard to
find. There's not guys that are my height, my size, that match Andy Ruiz, because guys usually around our size are like, fuck heavyweight. Oh, excuse me. I like, forget heavyweight. I'm going down.
You can cuss. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Guys in my size are like, fuck heavyweight. I'm going down to cruiser. I'm going down to light heavy. But see, one thing that Andy Ruiz found out that I found out by watching him is that we're big enough to pack a punch, and we also got speed on our hands. And Ruiz is elusive. Look at these heavyweights. They like this, standing straight up, head here. But look at Andy Ruiz. We dip and we dabbing. They not moving. That's like they fighting a light heavy. My coach always told me, if you fight like a light heavyweight, welterweight, middleweight, and you a heavyweight, you're gonna be champ of the world. Moses Ituma fights like a motherfucker middleweight. Jared Anderson fights just like Shakur Stevenson. They from the same camp. The stiff up to the body, down to that's lightweight stuff, and they get success. So a guy built like me, a guy built like Ruiz, it's hard to find. So when Joshua brought me out in the beginning, I was only 5-0. So there was usually when you come to camp, everybody's there. You got media, you got everybody there, and I knew that, so I was expecting that. Nah, when I showed up a whole month before he even started camp. They brought me to the gym. It's in the Olympic Training Center. So mind you, I'm by myself, bro. I caught a flight over there. When I got the flight over there, I touched down. I took a train. Or they had a driver come pick me up. His name is Nas, man. He's my homie to all of them are still my homies to the day. But Nas picked me up and we drove 6 hours. The first 3 hours we really didn't talk. So after I broke the ice and we started talking to each other, he was like, man, I really like you. He said, I'm gonna tell you something. He said, not many people get chosen to come to camp unless they match the dimensions, of course. But he was like, I'm going to tell you something before you get out and go to your hotel and go to the session tomorrow. He said, don't get starstruck when you see Anthony Joshua, because he will knock your ass out. Hands down. He was like another guy, another 4 or 5 guys had came in, and they're starstruck. They're like, man, I'm in here with Joshua, like, the gym is huge. Like, this is crazy. You get out and touch gloves, you think you're working with the homie at the gym. Joshua step back on your ass cruncher, you fall straight over. They give you a ticket to go home.
Yeah, because Joshua ain't saying that. Joshua is Joshua.
And he's locked in because he just locked in.
Yeah, he locked in.
He locked in,
yeah.
He's locked in. Bro, when he came in the gym, they talk about aura. The aura was mad heavy. I shook his hand. Mind you, he's 6'6.5", so I'm looking up, and he's like, I'm like, man, thank you. I'm like a big ass kid. I'm like, man, thank you for the
opportunity. Appreciate it.
Appreciate that, my boy.
I'm like, thank you for the opportunity to make his money. He was like, he nodded here. He was like, if you make it past the first week, this will be good for you and good for me.
So look,
I was like, what's that supposed to mean? So we strap up, bro. Look, I'm straight. I'm from Cecil and Greenwood. So I used to go for me, bro, I go to the gym and a cutoff, some shorts. It don't matter, bro. I'm grinding. My hand wraps is long. I have a little rip in them or something like that. So I'm on the side. I'm getting ready. He's ripping shit, new Under Armour stuff out the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like getting ready.
Fresh,
looking like money.
Fresh.
Looking like money.
Man, he looking like money. I get in there. I look like the little dude they found from around the corner. but man, as far as like gauging myself, even back when I was 5-0, man, against him, I knew I had a lot of ground to cover. But one thing that stands out to me in the camp was, one, I didn't get sent home after the first week. He didn't stop me. I didn't get sent home after the first week, and I was putting gloves on him in the similar way that Andy Ruiz was. And just because I was catching him with maybe one shot this round, 2 shots the last round, my defense was good enough to where he was punching. He hit me with the hardest body shot I ever been hit with. I got hit in the front in the solar plex, and I felt it in the back bottom part of my tailbone. So I was like, that's the hardest. That's the hardest I ever been hit. That's the hardest body shot. But I was able to keep it, hold it, because I was heavier when I went there. I was able to hold on to it and then like kind of blow it out, like get rid of it. And then we kept continuing. We did 6 rounds the first day I was there. And then I came back in. I did another 4 rounds with him. Then after that, I went to the regular sparring schedule. So, but the guys that he brought in, those contenders, those guys that have already made them hundreds of thousands, those guys that are in the mix of like the top 25, I was right with them. With them. So that's why I knew at 5-0, I'm with these dudes who are 20-2, who are 20-5, who are 18-0. You know, it was guys that were 17-0. They were coming from Cologne, Germany. And I look at it as, I didn't get that Team USA experience with the international fights and the Pan American games. But when I went to Joshua's camp, that was my international experience. I sparred with a dude from Cologne, Germany. That style is different from the Mexican I sparred from Tijuana. Then I sparred Andrew Tabiti from Las Vegas, who fights slick, kind of like a cruiserweight Mayweather. Then I got a chance to spar with the veteran Bryant Jennings. So I was able to gauge myself then. I told my fiance at the time, I said, if I go out here and I get washed in that first week, we probably gonna rethink what I'm doing.
You probably go, I don't blame you.
Gonna drop this mixtape.
I'm gonna take that little bread I got, go home. We're gonna rethink what I might start doing something. But
I don't blame you.
Man, when I went out there, man, it was another way for me to gauge. And then when I went to Luis Ortiz's camp, I had 5 more fights, so I was like 10-0. So when I went to Ortiz's camp, it was something that it's the little things you got to pay attention to that I tell these guys. So when I went to Joshua's camp, it's about 6 of us in here. That's about how many sparring partners he had, right? To fill up, like he would do 2 rounds with everybody, then he may do an extra 2 rounds with me because I'm closer to Ruiz's size. So I realized that everybody had the role they played. But when I went to Ortiz's camp, who was getting ready for Andy Ruiz, I was the only sparring partner, me and one other guy, and he was like 6'2", 6'3", but he was there to get those extra ends on the round. So I was like, now I'm filling the void of these other guys that they don't have to pay because I'm good enough to be in there with him and give him the work he needs. So that's how I knew I was progressing as a fighter. And then that's when that's how I gauge myself.
That's what's up. No, I see. No, I make it make sense.
I'm gonna say I'm about right here. You know what I mean?
Oh, I ain't mad at it.
I got a quick question for you, dog.
Everybody, go ahead.
Quick question. So like you were saying, like you were a shorter guy. You said you only 5'10" and a half. And when it comes to you fighting these big giants, Tyson Fury type of guys, the guy that you about to fight, Sergio, and things of that nature, like you were saying, you kind of got that body type like Andy Ruiz, where you're a big, heavy-set guy, you short, stocky, but you got a lot of power. And when I was watching some of your fights, man, you're not just like a cone. You got some movement, and I see that you like to play in the inside when you are fighting these bigger guys. So when you are in the inside, you fighting these bigger guys, is it by choice because of height, or is it because you want to make them uncomfortable where that reach don't matter?
I got to. See, I didn't get blessed with the ability to stand. My coach taught me how to box. My very first coach that my pops took me to taught me how to box. And I was really beating a lot of guys because I knew how to stand back and box. My boxing ability is A1. I would put my stand back box, find shots, pick you apart with a jab. I would put that up against anybody in the world, you know, and say that it was holding up decently. But what I realized is I also didn't turn pro with my amateur coach. My amateur coach used to always say, if you was 6'4", you'd be heavyweight champion in the world because you can because of the boxing ability. But because
my height, when I turned pro, I ended up I had a different trainer who had more of a look on the pro game than the amateur game, like my first coach did. So what he told me was, pro boxing is the hurt game. You have to hurt
somebody. Even when you fighting and guys stay back and box, I don't have that luxury. So I have to be able to come forward. So even as an amateur, when I was standing back and boxing these guys, when I came forward, everything else, it would fall into place because it's something about somebody coming forward and pressuring you to take you out of your element. It takes away from you. And I always tell people, I said, they'll start off with a fire that's as big as you catching a skyscraper on fire. But I say, just picture me as a giant blanket, and every round, I'm just putting more and more of that blanket over you before I just smother you and you right in my hands. Just like my last fight. The last guy I fought was in really good shape. He had 15-4, had a really good record. 15-4, knew how to box, knew how to let his punches off. But because I kept pressuring him and I stayed coming forward, everything started crumbling apart on me. But so when I fight these bigger guys, if you look at Dakota and you look at some of the guys that I fight them and they're closer to my height. Like 6'2" is still in reaching range, is close to my height. 6'3" is when they start going up in a way. 6'3", 6'4". I flourish against big guys. That's my you dig. That's what I've grown up fighting. When I was amateur, everybody was 6'3", 6'4". As a pro, I had more issues with somebody closer to my height because where I pressure, they pressure, we do this. So now you got the arm clenching. You got them holding me, I'm holding them. I'm like, I'm wanting to stay in the middle and just keep turning and fighting. They'll grab me. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit more difficult, and I've learned how to deal with that fighting somebody shorter. But anybody bigger, bro, I'm coming forward. You already know the game plan. They gotta stop.
I got you.
My brother told me, he was like, when you get in a press conference, what you gonna say when they ask you about the game plan? He said, don't be no scrub and say you're gonna have to see. I said, nah, I'm gonna tell them. It's like if I'm playing more, like we play Mortal Kombat Tekken, I play all that. So I'm like, if I keep spamming Eddie and I keep doing the little cap work, and you can't stop it,
that's a fact.
I'm gonna keep
that's
doing
what. Listen, I love that you say that. Hey, that's my bag. That's what I'm doing. I love it. I'm gonna say that for later, though. I'm gonna say that for later. If I got one thing in my bag, that's my bag. I love it.
And look, my bag is super. I got a lot in there. And I ain't had to reach for it. What I'm gonna reach for it for? I'm gonna change something around if it's winning. If they take it away from me, I'll know within like 15, 20, okay, that's not gonna work. So like this last fight, I knew that just walking forward wouldn't work. And if you pay attention, I turned southpaw. They don't know I can turn southpaw. I'm a monster at southpaw.
Okay.
I love the southpaw position.
But it's not a lot of boxers that can do that though.
Yeah, so you ambidextrous with it. He ambidextrous with it.
Like the only ones I really know that's really popping like that is Bud Crawford.
It's Bud. And you know what? Yeah. They asked Bomac. They said, what do you think about Bud? And if you listen to everybody, they always like, oh, I don't like when the guy switches southpaw. I don't like when the guy does stay one way. Now, again, those are guys who don't box. Those are the keyboard warriors that's talking about some stuff that they read in the book.
They never fall in their life.
Yeah, right. At the end of the day, if I can't mess with you here, and we out on the street fighting, I'm a turn here. Yep. I'm gonna grab you. If you don't like being grabbed, I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta take to win.
You gotta do what you gotta do to win.
Yeah,
you gotta do what you gotta do to win.
And it's a surprise when I turn southpaw. It's funny. I got hired for excuse me. I got hired for Brandon Moore. Brandon Moore is right now currently he's in Florida. He's the IBF Continental Heavyweight Champion. IBF, real prestigious title. He's actually gonna fight. I think he fights on a Clarissa Shields card. I'm not sure, but he fought a guy named Richard Torres. Y'all heard of Richard Torres?
I have.
Okay, so he was fighting a guy named Richard Torres, and they brought me to camp because I was in Miami fighting on Team Combat League, and I was staying down there in Miami. And when I was in Miami, Brandon Moore came in because he needed some sparring. He knew this gym that I was down there in is the heavyweight pinnacle. Like that's where everybody come through. Big Baby, Shannon Briggs, Luis Ortiz, everybody comes down to some gym in Miami. And I got the opportunity to go and sleep and stay in the gym in a room for like 3 or 4 months. So that was like a hyperbaric time chamber. So you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in there, I'm waking up in the morning, the only one in the gym, just hitting the rope. And in Miami, it's so hot at 9 a.m. It's crazy. Like you can get a good workout in. So he came in, and when he came in, I sparred him, but I sparred him as orthodox. And he was like, "Hey man, I really like the pressure you bring. I'm supposed to be fighting Richard Torres. Can you come up to Tampa and stay in Tampa? I'll pay for your stay, pay you everything. Just come up to Tampa and spar with me then." I said, "Bet." I said, "Richard is a southpaw," and he said, "Yeah, he's a southpaw." He was like, "But don't worry about it. If you can't go southpaw, I need that shorter heavyweight coming forward." I said, "Bet." So about a couple weeks had passed, I went up. The whole camp. My bad. Go ahead. I'm listening. Listen, the whole camp, I was southpaw, and I mean, we was throwing, like we was going at it, like it was a good thing. I wasn't in the best shape he was because that was his fight, and I was coming in as a sponsor, so I wasn't in like getting ready for a fight mode. But I was southpaw the whole time. His coach is a former world champion, one of his coaches. And he was like, "Man," at the end of the camp, it was the last sparring session. And he comes up to me at the corner. I'm taking my headgear off. He's like, "Hey, man, I really appreciate you coming and helping Brandon. You know, you being a southpaw." And I stopped him. I said, "I'm not a southpaw. I'm orthodox. I just turned southpaw to help Brandon this whole camp." He said, "Ain't no damn way." I said, "Yes, sir." I said, "I turned southpaw to help him. My real shit is orthodox." So a lot of it was good work for me. But again, thinking to myself, Brandon is still he's a top American heavyweight. So for me to be able to change southpaw and go with a top American heavyweight and go toe to toe with him, it's another testament to me. So these are things that that keep me going through the years to keep boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that when I get there and I'm in that fishbowl of guys, I'm gonna be able to swim for a little bit. Because you get a lot of guys from Louisville that have taken a dip in the money and been taken out because they wasn't ready, or they're not good enough, or they get washed real easy. You know what I mean? With me, I know for a fact when I finally do get the right opportunity, I'm gonna be ready, and I'm gonna keep getting the calls because I don't care who it is. I feel like I match up well against everybody. I'm like, if we're playing Mario Kart, I'm Mario. You know, I'm balanced. You know
I got a question for you. I'm gonna let Dirk, because I know Dirk had something. Both of y'all, go ahead, Rick. Go, Rick.
No, go, Rick. You go.
I know you said heavyweights is it take a little longer. So what's the age expectancy of a career for a heavyweight for the most part?
So you're looking at, I mean, Luis Ortiz, he's 44. He's 43. Okay. You got to think. I got like you gotta set goals for yourself so it's not unrealistic. So like if I'm 36, 37 and I'm a heavyweight, I need to be fighting for some paper, some money. So that means like if I'm able to take a fight and I'm able to pay 6 months of my bills, okay, I'm good. That's a career. To me, that's a successful career. I don't know if you guys heard of Derek Chisora from the UK. He's a big time heavyweight contender. He fought Usyk. He fought the Klitschko's. He's fought everybody. He fought everybody basically.
He a old head.
Yeah, and he's still fighting to the day.
That's all I say. He fought Klitschko. That means he older.
Yeah, he's still fighting. So peep game. He fought the Klitschko's back when the Klitschko's and them was fighting, right? He's been making money since then. He may not have been winning. His record may be like whatever wins versus 10, 11 losses. But in them 10, 11 losses, he done made $500,000.
Yeah, you got a check.
That's successful for me. To me, that's successful. You are a successful fighter. You get what I'm saying? It's different. Yeah. So for a heavyweight, you can take it longer. Like we don't have to make weight. We just got to be in shape.
Gotcha. Okay.
Whereas Tank and the guys in 140, 145, they have to cut weight. That takes water off the brain, which takes.
That's what I seen. That's how you get a lot of concussions when you.
Look at the guys. With all due respect, look at the guys who are passing away in the sport. Look at the weight classes they in. You ain't heard of no heavyweight getting done wrong like that. Getting killed in the line of fighting. because we healthy. We healthy.
Okay.
We big, we strong, we healthy. So with that being said, it's kind of like if you was like a plumber and pipe fitter. Like, how long you gonna work? You know what I mean? That's about the kind of toll you take on your body. You don't train. You don't train every. You train every day, but you're not going. Camp training and regular training is different.
Got you.
So you're not. It's not that much toll on your body. You know what I mean? So you can run. You can run it. Me, ideally, like if I'm in the mix and I'm making money, I'm gonna keep grabbing it until they tell me, "All right, Tim, you know you can already."
I ain't mad at it, bro. It makes sense.
If my health is good, I'm trying to be on podcasts and do these types of things once I'm finished.
Oh, you can listen. You can definitely come back and be our boxing guy. You definitely come back. On me.
In contact. I'm a whole
on me.
So
you got a spot
I'm
for
definitely
sure.
trying to do that, man. So
man.
As long as I'm able to keep talking, keep functioning right, I'll keep going. And the money's right. I don't go from making 30 and 40 and 50,000 down to 8,000, or I'm getting offered 5,000. When you start getting those types of offers, that's when you see guys say, "All right, guys, it's been a great road. You know, I'm pretty much done with it." Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty much done with it now. I'm gonna try to.
What you had to say, Dirk? What you was about to say, Dirk?
I think just piggybacking off of the weight thing, because I remember earlier when you were talking about Andy Ruiz, and I remember when I was watching him fight. I wanted to ask you because you said that when you were cutting weight and you were smaller, you the punches weren't as powerful, and then so you gained back the weight. So what I wanted to know is like, does that make you have when you gain the weight back and you going 260, 265? Does it take more in camp to be in condition? Like, because I remember when I was watching Andy fight on that Saudi Arabian card, I felt like he was running out of gas. Like he looked tired. He looked super tired.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what happened to Andy. Andy got $6 million for that first fight with Joshua.
Yeah. And he was just like, "I'm cool."
Yeah.
And he knew
take that fire
because he sat out for like 2 years, didn't he? He sat out for a while.
Yeah, look, he beat Joshua. He beat Joshua. He got that bread, and then he's like, if you listen to his interviews and stuff, like when I hear stuff in interviews, for me as a fighter who know other fighters like them away from the cameras and stuff, when I hear stuff like, "Yeah, I should have listened to my coach," that means he wasn't in the gym. He's like, "Man, I shouldn't have been partying." That means all them big whips and all that stuff that he had, all that got to him, and he knew it. When he showed up in Saudi Arabia, we knew it. They knew we was all at the weigh-ins, and we was in the back corner. Me and Joshua's team was in the back corner. That's when I was doing all the yelling and stuff like that. But we was in the back corner. We was like, if he gets on a scale and he's above 280, it's game time. We got the W. But if he's around 260, 250, it's about to be a hell of a fight. Yeah. When he got on the scale and we seen 280, everybody was like, "It's a wrap." We went back to the
I like how y'all break it down like that, though. I like that.
They already knew because Joshua had been planning to move and box on him. Like at that time, my feet was quicker than Ruiz's on their fight night because I had been prepping to chase Joshua, and he was moving around, getting away from me, and picking me with shots, and that's what he did the fight night. So when we seen that, I knew. But if you also go back and you look at Andy Ruiz's fight when he fought Chris Arreola. So whenever you get there, you get a chance, you ain't doing it at the crib, watch Andy Ruiz versus Chris Arreola. He came in at one of his lowest. And watch how many times Chris Arreola dropped him. And then go back and watch when Andy Ruiz fought Big Baby Davis on that card y'all was talking about that Turkey put on in L.A. Big Baby hits 10 times harder than Arreola. But Ruiz wasn't dropped once, and he was around 265. So that's you got to find your weight and you got to beat her. Yeah. Whether it means
that's what I was gonna ask you, Mayhem. What you prefer? What's your preferred weight to go in the ring? Do you change?
Even still today, I don't really. I think my actual ideal weight is gonna be around 55, 50.
Okay.
For me, I wanna campaign at the Bridger weight. So that's a new weight class that WBC introduced and the WBA. So it's 225, 230-ish. So I'm thinking about even eventually being there. And then I feel like I'll get like a world title or intercontinental title faster there than I will at the heavyweight division. But I'm still in the heavyweight division. You get what I'm saying? So you low in like a subcategory, but I'm still there if they like, hey, Joshua.
You
just
can still get fights. Yeah, you can definitely get that call for that fight. I got
call and then
I see what
go
you're
that
saying.
way.
It's like a hybrid class, right?
It's a hybrid.
I think Zell
got a question. Go ahead, Zell. What you about to say, Zell?
All right, so I know you say you went to Miami to do the combat league. So kind of explain to everybody what that was. I know I had watched another podcast. It's based like a group, like a team of boxers going against other people, like a tournament.
Yeah. So basically, it's basically like the best way I can explain it is like just like football. I think is every state in the United States have an NFL team? I'm not sure.
No,
not every state.
Arkansas don't.
Okay. So then look at it like look at it like that, because there's some states that don't have them yet, but every state, like Kentucky, don't have a TCL team. So every state. So basically, it's like it's not a semi-pro. It's a pro boxing league, and basically what happens is the coach has a tryout. You try out, and he has one fighter. I think the girls have 4 weight classes, and the boys have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's 12. So it's 12 fighters you have representing these 12 weight classes. It's 12 versus 12. So I fought for the Miami Assassins. And the Miami Assassins is fighting Las Vegas Hustle. So that's 12 fighters. You each fight 1 round, and you do it three times. So you do 1 for the first batch, 2 for the second batch, which they call them rounds. So it's like 1 for the first round. All 12 will fight. We'll fight 1 round. We'll get in the ring, fight a round, get out. Another 2 get in the ring, going all the way up. Then you have the third round. The third round is called the money round. So the home team gets to choose their best 3 or their best 4 to go against whatever 4. So let's say we all on the team, and our best 4 is me, Eve, and Red, and Teddy. That's our best 4. So we're gonna put our best 4 in that third round, and they don't have a choice because we're the whole team. We picked it. Those weight classes have to fight us. And what it is it's another platform for guys at my level all across the country and the world, because we have people from Russia in there, we have people from Pakistan in there, we have people from the UK in it. So it's a platform for you to get seen,
exposure.
Because these guys, all of those guys that are on there, 90% of them are in the same position I am. We all are undefeated. Some of us have a couple losses, but they're really good. Some of us have already fought into gatekeepers and fought in ex-world champions, and they've lost or they've won. And there was even some guys in there that were former world champions. Like I fought on the team with a guy named Juan Carlos Payano, who was a 2-time WBC champion of the world. So Payano was on my team, and then on team Philadelphia, they've got Joey DeWico, who's done fought on TV and pay-per-view multiple times. And you know what I mean? Like, you got guys that are Michael the Bounty Hunter was on Team Las Vegas, and he's one of the top heavyweights in the country. I think he's the best heavyweight in America right now, to be honest.
Okay. What was his name again? Michael Hunter? Okay.
Michael Hunter, yeah.
I heard you say his name before.
He was on Team Las Vegas. So, I got picked up by Team Miami. They flew me down. I stayed in Miami for like 2 or 3 months during the season, and that was it. Then season 3 came around. But yeah, it's just a pro boxing league with teams. You get the jumpsuits, the nice trunks, and it's all right. It's nice.
How long those rounds be?
3 minutes.
3 minute round.
So it's a regular 1 round. Yeah, it's a regular. But see, what it does is those guys that have a lot of wins, they may be used to staying back boxing guys. You don't get that luxury in this thing because you get 1 round.
Fight.
Yeah, so you got coming across the ring at you. If y'all look at my team, if y'all look at my round I posted online, I went straight across the ring to do. We went straight across the ring and we met.
3 minutes.
And we was 3 minutes. We was stoned. And because I was heavier, if you watch, I'm moving him back the whole time because I was heavier. But one thing about it is you gotta be heavy, you gotta be able to move your weight. You gotta be able to move your weight.
No, that's a fact. I was gonna ask you this because I know you. I don't know how long. Tell me how much time you got with us today.
Man, it's Sunday, man. I'm chilling.
You chilling? Okay, I'm just making sure. I know we got a lot of stuff that we want to cover, but I wanted to more ask you about the Sergio fight, Sergio Castro. So when you prepping for fights, what are you looking for and to take advantage of versus Sergio Castro or just opponents in general? Like, how do you break down tape as a professional?
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
listen, I'm so different, bro. I'm so different because the way I look at so let's say if I'm fighting, let's say I'm fighting Zale, right?
All right.
The first thing I'm gonna do,
I got my money. I got my money on you.
I'm getting Zale out of there, right? So
For sure.
the first thing I'm gonna do, bro, for me, and it's maybe like other people be like, you doing too much, it's crazy. But for me, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to find your social media.
Okay.
So reason I'm gonna find your social media is your social media 9 times out of 10 gonna tell me if you training or not.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
Usually.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
A lot of these guys are weird. They don't have social media. So, or if they ain't got social media, they got social media and they post and repost of some weird like birds flying. And they saying that it's robots or something. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys I've been fighting are weird. They're weird characters to fight. I swear. So if that's the case, then I go to the search bars. And I'm typing your name in, and I'm gonna see whatever pops up, and I'm gonna look for some film. And with me, I usually, my dad's the type of guy where he'll watch a film in the first 2 minutes, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we got this W. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight." Yeah, he's like that. See, me, I like to watch a little bit more in depth. I like to see because your mannerisms and stuff change later in the fight. Yeah. Like you'll start doing stuff that you don't do later because you're more comfortable. So I may watch a couple. Yeah, more fatigue. Yeah, like I get to see how fatigue hits you. I'm trying to see your face when you walk into the ring if I can get that. With this Sergio guy, he don't have a lot of footage online, and the footage he does have online is just quick snippets of him winning. So you can't really get much from that. But see, what I do then is it's like it don't stop me right there. Now I'm gonna look up your opponents that you fought. Because just because you may not be a social media guy, Devin Young is a social media guy. And I know he is, and he just fought you not too long ago. So I'm gonna go to Devin Young's page. I'm gonna watch his stuff. I'm gonna pick out and see what I usually need to see. And usually it don't take me much. Like once I see where your mind's at, and I may listen to some podcasts with you on it. I may listen to a couple interviews. Once I see where your mind is, and I see what your ability shows, and I look at your record, I pretty much got it pegged to where I'm gonna do my training anyway. But in my mind, I know if I'm about to have a knockdown drag out, or you're gonna try to last the rounds, or I'm gonna try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
That's fact. Yeah, I got you. No, I make it.
My film process and study process probably takes about with living life and being a daddy and working still. It takes me about probably like two solid weeks to get everything collected that I know about you, and then I got my idea figured on how I'm gonna structure my camp and what I need to do.
That's fair. No, that's fair. So, you got one, Teddy? Go ahead, Ted.
Yeah. So, just to double down, because you know what I'm saying, what we're trying to do is big you up and you know get you ready for the fight and everything. You talked about how you would break down Sergio. So let me ask you, because there's a lot of like meat and potato questions that they ask on ESPN, but let's break it down a little bit more. Can I ask you? So you being 12-0 is just your professional record, but it has nothing to do with the amount of journey that you had walked, to get here. So what I'm saying is, it sounds like when you do 12-0 and you got 8 knockouts, everybody wants to compartmentalize you as a knockout artist, right? But what I'm asking you is, what lessons do you learn as a boxer, of you being as analytic as you are, to the fights that go to the distance versus you flushing this dude in the first round? Because I understand that everybody, especially the mass media, and especially the guy in Saudi Arabia, they like the guys with the dynamite in their hand. They like the guys that get it done real quick and flush all the competition. But when I'm talking about when you go toe-to-toe for somebody that may have brought you to the limit, what lessons do you look back at when you look at your own film and say, all right, these are the things that I need to tweak, or I was sleeping on him and he kind of showed me, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you gain from the type of fights versus the ones where you just get them out there and they suck? No offense.
That suck. Yeah, I got you.
So yeah, for sure, that's a good question. So with the guys that I get out of there quick, I always look at it like, why did I get them out of there quick? Most of the time, when you hit somebody with something in the first round, they think about if they really want to do this or not, or if they there for, you know what I'm saying? Like real time. and that's the thing about me is the first round I'm trying to hit you with something that's gonna make you figure out if this is where you want to be at or not. And when you hit these guys with something, I think with me, every fight, every situation, everybody's journey is different. I feel like what happened with me is they look at me and they think that this is gonna be a fight that they can come out on top and win. I think one thing that I'm good at doing is when I get you out there in the first round, you realize it ain't sweet. You realize that the shots you throwing, I'm real good at, and I have to be elusive. I think, I feel like I X-ray punch these dudes. I take their heart, and then I eat it within the first 3 rounds. And the guys that do last with me, it's like they just feel like they're like, you know what I mean? Like, I can do this. Like, I fought a guy early, and I was hitting him with everything in the kitchen sink. But he was a big, durable Mexican guy. His name was I think Alejandro or something like that. I'm talking about big chin, big head, big hands. So like
he wasn't going nowhere. Some of these guys don't leave. Like a lot of guys, so it's a lot of things you check when you beating people up. You check if
they got the heart because they still there and they coming out the second round. You check if their body can physically withhold you getting hit. Everybody's knockout number is different. I could hit E with a shot that may be like the PSI on it may be like 200 and he's going down. Whereas I may hit Dare with a 200 PSI punch and he's able to eat that and keep coming. So these are all things you got to assess when you're in there. So with the 8 knockouts that I have had, what I learned something different every time. I learned like the body on some of them knockouts, the body is more weaker than the head, literally. I hit a guy to the head with so many shots that, and these are things that I pick out and I rewatch my films. I'm a film guy. I feel like a lot of guys think that film don't mean nothing. I know a lot of fighters that don't watch film at all. With me, if you got film, you can plan to beat anybody. I don't care who it is. Everybody's got something that they do. It's like football. Like a team may go undefeated, but if you got a coach that knows how to watch film and take advantage of stuff, you can always find something even in them knockouts. They always say like you learn from the losses. You learn more from wins. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna feel better and I'm gonna learn more from a win than I am a loss. I'm gonna learn from
I ain't mad at that.
I got the W and I'm gonna learn from this win. So every fight I learned from. Every fight I learned from. I learned how crucial the body shots are. I learned that I throw hellified body shots, and I didn't even know that as an amateur. Because as an amateur, when I was fighting, you had the white tip on the glove. So when you had the white tip on the glove, I had to hit you with that white tip as many times as I could to get points. Until they changed it, they changed the scoring system for amateurs to the pros to 10-8s because our amateurs were turning pros and we weren't having no success because they were so used to just touching people with quick punches trying to get points up when it's the hurt game in pros. So
I got
every stoppage I got, I learned something from. That draw I learned a lot from that draw. You know, that draw told me that I can't underestimate nobody. I can't feel the hype for nobody as long as I do this. So, yeah, man.
What you about to say, Dirk?
I learned from everything.
I got two questions. Since we were just piggyback off the amateur talk, why? I always wonder why do boxers fight so many amateur fights, and like, what's the process of like being like, all right, I don't fought 100 amateur fights, like I'm ready to turn pro, or you know. And my other question is, what do you feel about like all of the belts now? Like, I feel like it's so many different belts, like I can't even keep up half the time with like.
Well, so the first question, the with the 100 fights. I've been fighting since I was 12. So as a kid, you're not taking no damage. So as a kid, you're like, I'm 12 years old. I ain't really doing no harm in it. I got big 12-ounce gloves on. So as an amateur, you got 12-ounce gloves. This is where, as an amateur, you learn to deal with a lot of different things. I don't know if y'all have ever did anything or spoke in front of people or, you know, had to do something that you got anxiety about. You know, you're like, man, I'm nervous. So think about a kid who fights in the amateurs, you learn how to deal with that anxiety because it feels like it always feels like I went 6 rounds before I even step in the ring, I'm wore out. because I got the anxiety. I got people coming to see me fight. I don't want to lose. You go through all of that. That's the first thing you learn. So as an amateur, when you guys see a guy with 100 fights, like I had just about 100 fights as an amateur too. So when you see a guy with 100 fights, they learn how to deal with all this. They learn to deal with the anxiety. You learn to deal with taking a bloody nose. You learn to deal with getting hit in the eye for the first time. You learn to deal with getting knocked down on your knee and the ref counting you out. You're not panicking when he's counting you out. Because as an amateur, you just like, this happens in fights. So, and also it's safer. You got a headgear on and you wearing 12-ounce gloves. As a pro, you can't have that many fights because you have no headgear on and you wearing, I'm a heavyweight and I wear 10 ounces. Taking them is wearing 8s. So amateurs is safer because it's bigger gloves, so you can have that many. You can have that many fights.
You have a lot more fights. Yeah, I got you.
You can have a lot more fights. What was the other question you asked?
The about the belt.
The belts, the number of belts.
Yeah. So I think that they should go. I think that they should go back to where it was the world titles, the interim titles, which is the titles of the guys who are the number 1 contenders, and then the junior titles. Like they had junior titles. So the IBF had the NABF, which was a junior title. So that's basically saying this guy is not the number 1, but he is the next best thing. Like he's got a title under our body. So it's 3 belts per organization. I think that it should go back to that. But I do see, like, the WBC gets crazy with it. They gave Canelo an Azteca WBC championship belt. And, I like
they made that motherfucker up.
Nice.
They made that motherfucker up, didn't
they? Look nice, yeah. They just making them up though. Are they making the belts for viewership though? You know what I mean? Like, are they trying to make more people champions so more people want to watch? Because prior to Turkey, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
You got to think too. The belts give fighters something to fight for. So like, I feel like they all have their place. So like the belt that I won. The belt that I won is a regional title. So it's just like when you play football in high school, you got district, you got, and then you got state. I feel like the belts all serve a purpose. So like you see me, a guy who's won 2 regional titles. So I won a WBF and I won an ABO. They're nowhere near as big as the big bodies, but that goes to show like, hey, he's fucking some shit up over here. He done won 2 titles over here. Like, who's this guy over here?
And Mayhem, to your point, it helps people want to fight you too, though. It also gives people incentive to want to say, hey, well, who is he? You know what I'm saying?
It does. And so it's kind of like, if you had like big barrels and you had like a whole bunch of guys in one barrel. You want to give these guys something to look to see who's the top, the cream of the crop of the prospects and the journeymen. So you have those belts like the ones I have. So I've won 2 of them, and it ain't too many more. It's like out there that you can win that's decent, that get a respect from the higher up belts. You know what I mean? So I won these 2 belts, the WBC, the WBA, all the way down to the bottom tier, like NABF. Like you have guys that. So y'all would be the sanctioning body for the NABF. Y'all work under the IBF, but y'all not the IBF world title guys. So y'all could come to IBF and be like, hey, we just peeped the guy over here that's won 2 regional titles. You want to see if he wants to fight our NABF champion? So now that's how I rose to the top over here. Now I'm getting a bone to come fight the guy over here to see if I can get in the sanctioning body for that.
Hey, listen, cause we've been cooking. It's been about an hour and a half. We've been cooking, dog.
We had an hour 8.
Hey, man, don't let me hold. I talk all day. Don't let me hold up y'all schedule. Y'all
bro, you was all right, bro.
We good.
This is a schedule. You good.
I want to ask you about this, Mayhem. Oh, Zell had a question?
Yeah, Ted had a question.
Hey, so when you was talking about, like, so, I'm a little bit more familiar with the little guys, 135, right? So when we talk about these particular belts, I want to get a little bit of understanding on this. So, you know how, Shakur got a belt, Tank got a belt, and then Loma had the IBF. When Loma had the IBF and he was intending to fight either Shakur or Tank, and then he ended up retiring and he vacated his belt. Like, what are the credentials for them to say, all right, this is the interim guy to take the IBF belt versus somebody that already is a belt holder? Why can't they take it? Is it because you can't have more belts at a time, or what's going on? Because when Loma retired, they vacated it for a long time, and then they ended up having an interim replacement. But like, what are the credentials to make you the interim versus somebody that already has like a WBO or WBC, WBA, something like that? Like, what are the credentials to make somebody just go in seamlessly to get that IBF belt when somebody vacates off of retirement or a long-term injury?
Okay, so you mean like, let's say I vacated the belt and then Durr fights for the belt, but there was an interim champion.
Yeah.
Okay, so
man, it's all about the bread, bro. It's all about the bread. That's why I say you got to sign to a promoter, a manager who's got that money and that connection. What they always do though, is they always offer the interim the opportunity to fight for that world title.
Okay.
So they say, let's say that like Loma vacated it, and then they ask the number one guy who's the interim, hey, do you want to fight such and such for this belt? So
Okay.
that such and such made it's supposed to go the 1 and 2. Is the
Shit,
number
we
one
had
guy's
no
gonna
option
fight.
to duck.
Yeah, no, you don't. But see, what the ducking is them saying, no, I don't want to take that fight. You don't have to, as a fighter, I don't have to take nothing. As a fighter, I don't have to take nothing. I can sit and not take nothing. And a lot of these guys now, it's not just the fighters, it's the managers and the promoters. They want to get the most money and most bang for their buck. So even with the belts, like you see Jake Paul's ranked in the WBA for cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Insane.
So
with him being ranked in the WBA as cruiserweight,
Man.
You better
Whoever
you better stop playing, Tim. That's gonna be your promoter.
You're right, my bad. Hey, Jake, we fuck with you, Jake. We
Yeah,
fuck with you.
yeah.
My bad.
Jake,
My
Yeah,
bad.
man,
You right.
he took
You
care of
good
me.
people.
You love the Paul brothers.
Look,
Yeah.
they definitely took care of me, bro. End of the day, I'm a realist, bro. I'm a realist
We
about
want
it.
Tim on Netflix.
Yeah,
That's what we
I love
want. We
homie,
want Tim on
Moten,
Netflix.
Yeah, it can
Yeah,
either
AJ
be
Griffin.
fight.
Yeah,
It can
he
be on. It can be on his undercard, or I can be fighting him. We'll take either one. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what, because I ain't gonna lie, that was my question for you, because I know you had David Tua a lot come up. I wanted to ask you, David Tua versus Mayhem, who win? I wanted to check your temperature, because you had a lot of praise for him.
Man, what David Tua am I fighting? Are we the same age?
Yeah, same age.
He a monster.
Bro, he looked like the Asian
Samoans-
Mike Tyson. I went back and was watching.
Samoans got different strength.
is different, bro.
Nah, he ain't
Oh, he's
lying.
Samoan. I thought
If I
he
get
was
a-
a Pacific Islander.
If
Yeah,
I get
Tua.
to argue with a
Tyson didn't
Samoan,
want
he
that
got it.
Yeah.
Tyson
Tyson
didn't
didn't
want
want
that
it?
smoke.
Tyson
Tyson
didn't
didn't
want
want that smoke. Nah. Shannon Briggs told me a story. I asked him because, you know, I'm real into all of that. I know all. I'm like a boxing encyclopedia, bro. So
Yeah.
I told him. I said I remember one. I don't remember, but I look back one time. I said, you were supposed to fight David Tua. He said I wanted everybody in the world but David Tua. He said that man had thunder in both hands. Both hands. And Lennox Lewis was able to stay away because Tua wasn't used to fight at height.
Yeah, because he like
You see him
6'8".
swinging. He's
Like
swinging
Lennox
Tua.
like 6'8", 6'7".
Yeah, and Lennox Lewis had one of the
Lennox
greatest
Lewis
trainers of all
6'7"?
time.
Hey,
Yeah,
Lennox
like
Lewis,
like
Lennox Lewis got an
He like
upgraded
6'6",
resume.
Yeah, Tyson and Lewis fight, man.
I used to love watching them.
Hey, you
Lennox
get to a
Lewis got that
Samoan, you gotta do
underrated
this.
resume.
I said you get to argue with Samoan, you gotta be like, hey, just bring it in, man. I don't want no
Hey,
fight,
give
man.
him a hug.
Bring it in.
Oh, good.
Come on, man.
I ain't mean that.
I ain't mean that.
Hey, I ain't mean that at all, bro. We good.
At all.
We good. Hey, Mayhem, I heard, and so I saw this too, man. I saw what you was talking about your pops. Your pops got hands too, don't he? So he was a Golden Glove as well. How did that work? How did y'all both?
So look, my pops from when I was a kid, I always seen like martial arts belts. My pops trained with some of the greatest martial artists that came from Louisville, kung fu wise. He was into kung fu. My dad never wanted to do kung fu. He wanted to box, but at the time, he couldn't find a boxing gym. And this was back in the 70s and 80s when y'all ever seen that Bruce Leroy and
Last Dragon.
Why do all old black men love that shit? They love that shit, man.
I just watched the last.
They do love that shit.
Last Dragon's fire though. I like that.
I just watched it the other day.
Pops was into all that. We had swords on the wall and nunchucks and all that stuff. So my pops back in the day, he found the boxing gym. He boxed for like maybe 5 or 6 years. He did decent when he boxed before me. But when he revamped and came back, is when he brought me to the gym, and I was training. And I think I was afraid to fight in the Golden Gloves or something like that. And I was nervous because this is the big Indiana probably has the best regional Golden Gloves tournament in the country. If y'all get a chance and Indiana Golden Gloves comes around, y'all can take a trip, go down there, bro, because it's really an experience. And as for a fighter, it's like you fighting on pay-per-view when you get up there because you got the lights dimmed down, they own you, like it's something different. So I was nervous about it. And my pops was like, all right, so I'm going to train with you. I'm going to train with you, and I'm going to fight in it with you. And
That's
whatever
dope.
happens, happens.
That's
I
fine.
said, all right, so we was getting up. We was running. We was going to the gym together. And long story short, man, me and him was the first and the only father-son team to win the Golden Gloves the same year. You know, there's been guys where I won it, and then my son won it many years later. But my pops was like 39, bro. A beast. Just one of them old school. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. One of them old school, rugged.
My pops like
go
that
out
too, man.
break a fence down bare hand with a sledgehammer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, Mayhem. My pop's a bounty hunter, man. My
Yeah,
pop's
his daddy
bounty hunter
good.
for a living.
Yeah.
That's why I said, hey,
Hey, and
he
it
in the
came out of
same bag.
And it came out of nowhere, Mayhem. He just woke up one day and said he wanted to be a bounty hunter.
He was like, "Oh, for real?
Had a great job and everything.
Hey, you pay me to go catch niggas?"
Yeah.
He was like, "This is what my daddy said." My daddy said, "Oh, y'all scared of him? That nigga him?
Exactly.
I know him."
That's so funny you say that, bro. My dad is 59, right? He turned 59 last year. Man, the man went through the police academy to become a correction officer. He just graduated last month. I said, "You different, bro." Crazy.
Hey, I got a quick story. About E-Dad. We were hooping.
Oh man.
And we were hooping and we seen the snake on going up to the roof. We all big, bad, Poby big and bad. Man, we scared as hell. We took out running. He get his daddy. Hey man, what the hell y'all running for? Man, no little snake. He done popped him and did what he had to do to it.
He come outside with a shotgun in the backyard. I'm pretty sure this is illegal. I'm 100% sure you cannot shoot a shotgun.
Hey, and he hit the snake. He hit the snake on the first shot. Took his top off.
Took off running. He shot it twice. Boo! I said, "Hey, yo,
hey, look, we in the middle of
the trash can.
Hey, and we're in the middle of a suburban neighborhood too. He telling us what he telling us. He talking about, hey man, I killed it. He said, I killed it. Y'all got to pick it up and get rid of it.
Y'all gonna pick it up. I'm not touching this shit, man. Listen.
Snake keep moving. We scared as hell. Snake dead. It keep moving.
They are different, bro. They bred different. My dad had everybody in there, and all I heard from police officers in the city and stuff was like, man, we knew you was man. We knew that was your pops, but he's 60 and he went through the academy. I said, like butter. And
you know what's another thing, Mayhem? They don't think nothing of it. They thinking that it's normal. They like, yeah, he go do that. Yeah, and I'm like, it's not kind of crazy. He like, nah.
Yeah, so that's the same. He was telling people back in the day. He was telling people, yeah, I'm gonna go and fight. I can't do that this weekend. I'm going to the Golden Gloves to fight in the championship with my son. And everybody's like, what? You going to what? I'm telling you, bro. I'm gonna send y'all a picture of it. He got his glove. He's got his jacket. And then the same year I won it. We was on up there because first of all, we from Louisville, and I don't care what nobody say from Indiana if they watch, because I got a bunch of friends from Indiana in the boxing world. They gonna watch and they tuned in. Y'all don't treat us right when we come up there. So when we came up there, not only did me and him win the tournament, but I won outstanding boxer of the whole tournament. So that was really crazy.
Hey, real quick, I want to make sure we touch base one more time, man. So Saturday, August 9th, we got Timothy Mayhem Moten versus Sergio Castro going down in Louisville, Kentucky, man. It's at the Bluegrass Harley Davidson, 2755 Terra Crossing Boulevard. All right. I think they selling tickets now, right?
Yeah.
Pop out.
Give it up. Yeah.
Pop out. Man. It's
an all-day thing, pretty much. It is barbecue.
Yeah. So from what I heard, they got on Friday. They got like barbecue pit masters, guys that have won competitions coming in. Mm-hmm. They're supposed to be whipping up the stuff, giving people samples. They got the bourbon, like the local bourbon people, Jim Dean, all them. The bourbon from Kentucky is big. So they're supposed to be there Friday morning and Saturday morning to afternoon. Friday night, it's going to be an MMA fight. They got MMA they're going to set up. It's going to be a Friday night where they set up the MMA fights. And then Saturday night, I'm going to headline the boxing event. I'm going to be the only one from Louisville on the card.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, you
So
got to hold the city down.
that's the chance for
you
me to
gotta hold
hold
the
the
city
city
down.
down.
Okay, you
and
headline. That's what's
show that I
up.
can pop out and sell the show myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna post the flyer so they can see it. So
It sound like a hell of an event. You can eat, you can drink, and see
so
some
it's a
good fights.
barbecue meet.
Yeah. So if you get
it's
a table,
barbecue meet and greet on Friday, and then it's a amateur barbecue competition on Saturday as well.
Yeah,
and that starts at
message us the flyers so we can promo all your stuff, dog.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, I got it. He already sent it to me. Yeah, I got it.
Back.
Yeah, he said. You said you pulling up, Zell?
Hey, Zell pulling up.
I'm gonna pull up. I'll be there.
Hey,
take Mitch. You know Mitch up there. Take Mitch.
Let me know when you pull up. Y'all come back to the dressing room and talk to me and holler at me for the fight.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, that's fire. Hey, so let me ask y'all. Got any more questions for Mayhem?
Yeah, I got one.
You got one? Go ahead. Let's get into it.
This offline from your fight, but it's still in that realm. Let me ask you a question, dog, because these are a little bit older fighters and they solidified and everything. Who has more to gain in this fight coming up between Bud and Canelo?
I was just finna ask that shit. Good.
Bud.
And why is that?
Yeah.
Bud got more to gain because he's gonna be, if he beats Canelo, he'll be the face of boxing, hands down.
So what if it go the other way? If it go the other way, are we really mad at Bud, or are we gonna say, hey, at least you tried?
No
competition.
We ain't mad, bro. It gets to a point to where it don't matter who you fight. Y'all the best in the world.
I like that.
Y'all the best
in
in the world.
So you think that so let's say it's a close fight. Is it going to be an automatic rematch clause?
See, that's the thing. It really depends. See, the rematch clauses really go into the inside of like the fighter. So like if Bud feel like he got cheated, I know for a fact Bud that type to be like, nah, let's run it back. But Canelo, he's shown that he's not the type. He ran it back with GGG 3 times, but he was in a different. He wasn't in that.
He wasn't at the same level.
Higher. Yeah, he wasn't at the same level. He wasn't that tier at that time. So he had to fight GGG 3 times. You know what I'm saying? But now he's really like the king of everything. So it's like he's the cash cow. He's the Floyd Mayweather this time. So if you get a fight with Canelo, you getting paid. Now if Bud beats Canelo, Bud takes that spot. So he's got a lot to gain. Now he's the cash cow. Now he can look at who he wants to fight. I want to fight Tank next. Y'all want to drop down? Y'all want to fight? You know what I'm saying? Who I want to fight next?
So who you think you got in that fight then? Who you think fight style wins out? Because I think we all pick Bud. We all roll Bud. So
you live right now.
Are these for the belts? Are these for like if Bud win his belts?
I don't know if I pick Bud. I'm not sure yet.
Hey, look, he be on the fence like motherfucker.
We asking Mayhem. Man. Go ahead, Mayhem. What you got? Front center, baby.
Like he on the fence.
He over here dancing. Hey,
stop dancing on our pod. Stop dancing on our pod.
Hey, we don't do no dancing.
I got friends in both camps too, so it's
that makes sense.
Let him duck. We'll let you duck this one. We'll let you duck this. Don't worry about it. You
know what? Before I fight, I'm gonna tag y'all and post y'all and what y'all I'm gonna clip this and then I'm gonna let y'all know what my decision is.
I
clip this. I'll let y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all know on later date. That'd be good content to post too, right for the fight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a fact.
We'll do that.
All right, man. Well, I want to ask last question I got, Mayhem. Who you got in Usyk versus Dubois? This second fight coming up this Saturday. What about that one?
Man, I don't think Dubois can beat Usyk, but Dubois hits. I seen Dubois in the gym, and he's a specimen, bro. Like Joshua's a specimen, but Dubois is a specimen in his own right. They mutants, bro. I told them, man, y'all mutants, bro. Ain't no way a man is this big, bro.
Hit, bro.
And when they hit the bag, when they was hitting the bag in the gym, like when I hit the bag, it's like boom, 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 boom. But when they hit the bag, they rumbling rafters. You know what I mean? Like hitting it in the hole, you can hear the rafters shake. So that power is crazy. But Usyk is the one. He's like Usyk's like a water bender, bro. Like. You know what I mean? Like you can be throwing all them shots at him and he can just slip and move. And that's what gets him out of trouble with these big guys. I always said Joshua is the champion amongst the giants.
Okay.
Now that Dubois beat Joshua, I feel like Dubois is the champion among giants. But look at what happened to Joshua when he fought Usyk and when he fought Ruiz. Us smaller heavyweights have an advantage that other people don't take into consideration.
They don't.
The fact that we move and we can fight like a smaller division. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna chalk it up. I'm gonna go with Usyk. I'm gonna say Usyk.
You go listen, man. Come on, man. You get Usyk. Didn't Dubois knock my man down 5th round? What was that?
It was a belt line shot.
He hit him right down that belly button. Usyk talking about, hold on, wait a minute. Hey, man. Hold on, y'all let me get up. Give me. Hold on.
He said, give me a second.
That was one Hail Mary pass versus a whole game where you getting chopped up.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I ain't mad at that. But
hey,
once
but
that
boxing,
clock
that's all
hit
you
11,
need, though.
the clock said 11. It was 1, 2.
In boxing, all you need is that one good punch.
It was my nuts.
And then
my nuts. Nah, man, come on.
You got to think too. When you take into consideration a fight, look at Usyk. He from Ukraine. He built different up here. Tyson Fury fought one of the most devastating punchers of all time, Deontay Wilder, in the prime of his career when he was up there. When he knocked him down, Fury's crazy. He's up here. It's something different up here. Usyk is something different up here. Like his whole country, he's fighting for a country. They in war. Like he's on a trailblaze right now to try to make shine light on all of that. I think up here, and he's got Lomachenko in his camp. He got all them guys. I think up here he's gonna be a different animal. I think Dubois. It's funny because I was talking to some podcasters from the UK, and they was like Dubois. The only thing with Dubois is they said he could be just as big as Joshua, but his personality and the way he thinks is like a wet dishcloth.
I didn't like his interview when he interviewed with Joshua. I didn't like his conversation.
Yeah,
it just seemed a little
and
off.
that's how he boxes. That's how he boxes. But he's packed such an eraser, and he's such an athlete that he can get away with a lot of stuff. But Usyk
hides
is
a lot of his flaws.
Yeah, it does. But Usyk is an athlete, and he's a masterclass boxer, so he's gonna figure you out.
Yeah, he's special, bro. He's special,
bro. He's special, bro. And I don't think Usyk is gonna get beat, bro.
Usyk not undefeated though, is he? Y'all, is it Usyk undefeated?
Has
he lost anybody?
Beat. Nah, he's undefeated.
Nah, ain't nobody beat
23 and
Definitely
ain't nobody beat Usyk.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you who came close. I'm gonna tell you who came close. The dude I said is the best American heavyweight out here, Michael Hunter.
Michael Hunter?
Michael Hunter fought him at cruiserweight and gave him all the work he wanted. Michael Hunter, bro, is so underrated. It's crazy, bro.
I'm about to go check. I'm about to go look him up.
Watch Michael Hunter.
I'm a devil. He's 23. All right, real quick before we let you go, man. Go ahead. Finish that. What you about to say?
One more thing. Michael Hunter. When I was an amateur, Michael Hunter and Rashid Warren had the amateur boxing game on hold. They were so dominant in their divisions. People was dropping out at the nationals, not even trying to fight because they knew who was gonna win the tournament. He was beating everybody, bro. Look up Michael Hunter, bro. He's underrated, and I think it's because he don't know how to do this much. He don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not really a talker.
Sell it. He don't sell it well.
You gotta sell it.
You
gotta be a showman.
We was talking about that with Shakur. Shakur
too. Shakur too. Even Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson could be more in the public and the media and all of that. They don't like to do that. Me, I'm gonna be all in.
You gonna talk to him?
Boy, Jared.
Hey,
Jared Anderson looked like he seen a ghost when he was in the ring with old boy.
With Bokey, listen, Bokey. The way Bokey hit that, that shit hurt me when he hit that in.
Jared Anderson got a super bag off of that, and he solidified himself to fight on Turkey Al-Sheikh's cards a couple more times too.
Yeah, I was more familiar with Jared Anderson, and then when he got in there and he hit him, and bro wasn't moving or nothing. Then he hit Jared Anderson was like, oh,
and Mayhem. He was fighting Bokey was fighting just like this. Bokey wasn't moving. He was just nothing. He was just on a straight line.
That's how he fight. That's how he fight
on a straight line every time.
The PSI to knock him out, the chin to knock him out is super high. So you know who beat Martin Bacoli though? Michael Hunter.
Michael Hunter beat him.
Gotta watch Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter.
I gotta take him out.
Look, bro, in a pro fight, they fought on Matchroom. They thought that Bacoli was gonna be the next best thing. They brought Michael Hunter from the United States, and I told everybody, I said Michael Hunter's gonna give him a boxing lesson. He's the only person to fight Usyk, and it was a controversial decision. And they fought at cruiserweight. Michael Hunter's the truth, bro. He's really the next best American heavyweight, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. If he been in the ring with all them,
bro.
Hey, look, he don't.
Look, it's another fight. When we was in Saudi Arabia, Michael Hunter fought Alexander Povetkin. Look that up. Alexander Povetkin was a gold medalist. He was a former world champion as a heavyweight. Michael Hunter really beat him. He really beat him, but they gave him a draw. Michael
which one of y'all niggas said John
bro.
can't spell it?
Yeah, he's true.
I didn't even hear him say it. I didn't hear him. I didn't even hear his ass say it.
I was talking about, bro.
Mayhem, before I let you go, man, you know we talk hoops on here, man. So I gotta ask you the question.
Yeah.
Man. LeBron James or Michael Jordan, man, before we let
LeBron
you go.
James.
Oh, okay, you good.
Let's go. Hey, that's a real Louisville guy right there, man. That's a real Louisville guy. That's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear.
That's a whole other hour conversation.
Hey, Dirk, I'm with you, Dirk. I'm with you, Dirk. I'm with you, dog.
That's great.
My boy ain't even had to think about it. We ain't gonna. Hey, I'm gonna let him have it with them hands.
You talking about just like ability, or you talking about for the sport?
The GOAT. We talking about the GOAT.
Who's the GOAT? This is GOAT conversation.
Who's the
I'm
GOAT?
about to go LeBron, man.
I see your brother in the comments too. Ty in the comments said GOAT James. Yeah, y'all like you definitely can join the pod now, man. We don't need none of that Jordan, none of that old head. We locked in, baby. We locked in. Whenever you want to.
Me and Dirk said Jordan and Kobe though, man. You know, we ain't even
we don't gotta do this today, Tim. We don't gotta do this. Let's talk about the boxing, Tim.
Hey, man. One more time, y'all. Shout out. So again, last time for Tim get out of here, man. Saturday, August 9th. At the Harley Davidson, it was a Bluegrass Harley Davidson in Louisville, Kentucky, man. 2755 Terror Crossing Boulevard. We got Timothy Mayhem Moten versus Sergio Castro. The fight started at 8 p.m., but my man, you headlining, right? So you gonna be later?
I'll be on till about 10:30, 11.
By 10:30. But tickets are on sale now. We got QR codes.
How much are tickets?
How much are the tickets? I don't know how much.
General admission is $50. And then if you get a table I think is $1,000, but it comes with bottle service. It comes with the barbecue from the pit masters, and it comes with a waiter. She comes back and forth to your table. So
it's legit.
It's legit. It's worth it.
That's nice, man.
I think the seats break down to where how many seats at the table you're not paying a crazy amount. It's like a lot of table. So it's good.
That's a bet. Well, hey, Mayhem, man, I appreciate it, man. This was a fire interview, bro.
After I handle business, I gotta come back, man.
Come back. Get up. Hey, you got me now. Hit me up, big dog. I appreciate you, brother.
Make sure y'all pop out and go support their fight, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Let's do it. I kicked him out. My bad. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, he gonna beat the shit out you.
Straight up.
Hey, listen, Mayhem got me. Hey, man, just give him a hug, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't want no
Come on, bring it in. You can't fight nobody with hands like this.
He said, "Bron, I'm with Bron."
You see how excited that nigga is to fight? I ain't fighting that nigga. That nigga looking forward to fight.
He's looking forward to it.
That nigga looking forward. Oh, yeah. Hey, but look, how y'all want to do it? What we doing, man? Y'all, Ty said they got 6 cigars. They give out 6 cigars at the fight as well.
So that comes with the.
I need a streaming link or something. I want to be able to see that. Somebody got to stream it for me.
Yeah, we gotta lock in, bro.
You need to go Instagram Live, Zell.
I need to see that.
Y'all gonna have Zell like the old nigga with the phone.
Look at
Mitch, cigar like this.
You see Mitch clowning you, Ted. He said, "Why Teddy get professional and move back from the camera for this episode?" He said you acting different.
This is my first time seeing Ted.
I know. I didn't even know he had shoulders. Shit crazy. You got tattoos? Where you get that?
He was a real person.
Damn, my boy here for having correct posture. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Look at his face. Hey, so what y'all want to do, man? I'll be live. Oh, he said Ty's got live. Ty says he gonna be live on this for the fight. Taj,
so someone send it to you and put it in the chat.
Yeah. Ty, send it in the chat or something, man, so we can copy the link. Or your Facebook or something, man.
Yeah, because I gotta watch
Facebook. I got him on Facebook and then I send a link or something.
I ain't gonna lie, I got a pill though, but I'm a goddamn. Y'all can go ahead and keep.
I got a pill too.
We can go. We can. Hey, that was enough.
Because I ain't gonna lie, that's a whole boxing pod right there.
That was fire. We'll just keep it at that, bro.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah,
That's
we'll talk about the other stuff.
We'll talk.
Week.
Yeah, I talk about the offline, man. Hey, man, Elab Podcast, man. Y'all follow us. We on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple, wherever you
follow
listen.
And subscribe, all that. Follow and subscribe, all that.
Hey, and if you like this type of interview style, let us know. Because Tim, if Tim want to be our boxing expert, I'm down with it. I would love to have him.
I like his knowledge.
Shout out to you too, Tevin, for making this shit happen, my boy.
Thanks, Tevin. Shout out to Tevin.
Yeah, shout out to Tevin, man. I'm the David Ruffin and Bobby Brown of the group. So you know.
For sure.
I don't even know what that mean, that old ass statement. Who the fuck? What does that mean?
You know what
Is that good or bad?
If he the Bobby Brown of the group,
all bad.
It could be both.
It's all bad.
Hey, it can be hit or miss.
Nah, that was fine.